There are stories the industry wants you to forget. Names erased. Voices silenced. And truths buried beneath the power of billion-dollar brands and superstar marriages. Today, we revisit the haunting tale of R&B singer Blu Cantrell, a woman who once stood at the top of the charts, only to disappear without warning. But now, rumors from deep inside the music world are beginning to resurface, claims that Blu Cantrell once had a secret love child with none other than Jay-Z, and that Beyoncé herself may have forced her to hide it to protect her empire. It sounds like a plot from a movie, but in the world of fame, truth is often stranger than fiction. Blu Cantrell burst onto the scene in the early 2000s with her breakout hit, "I'm Up Style," Oops, a bold anthem about revenge and betrayal. The song was everywhere, radio, TV, clubs, you name it. But behind the scenes, Blu's world was far more complicated than anyone knew. Around that time, rumors were already starting to swirl. Blu was reportedly involved with Jay-Z, then one of the most powerful and eligible men in hip-hop. They were spotted together in studios, at events, and whispers of a deeper, more personal connection began to circulate. Blu would go on to deny that they were ever in a relationship. In an interview with The Guardian, she said, quote, "No, we weren't together. We were just friends. We worked on some music. That's all." But fans weren't buying it. Too many sightings, too much chemistry. And the music? It hinted at deeper emotions. Then, without explanation, Blu Cantrell vanished. No sophomore album rollout. No tour. No public statements. Just silence. For years, the music industry whispered about what really happened to her. And then came the rumors, louder this time. Claims that Blu got pregnant by Jay-Z. That she was pressured to keep it a secret. That Beyoncé, already rising as a solo powerhouse, stepped in to protect her budding relationship with Jay and her carefully crafted image. People began connecting the dots. Fans noticed that Beyoncé's daughter's name, Blue Ivy, sounded eerily similar to Blu Cantrell's stage name. Coincidence? Maybe. But in Hollywood, few things are ever really accidental. Even more alarming are Blu's later comments about the industry. She's spoken in vague but chilling terms about being used, manipulated, and emotionally drained by powerful men in music. She never named Jay-Z directly, but many took her words as thinly veiled jabs. She claimed she was sabotaged, and that certain people made sure her career was quietly pushed to the side. One source even alleged that Blu gave birth to a child, but that the child never made it, sparking theories that she suffered a miscarriage, or worse, that something more tragic occurred. Others claim the child may be alive but hidden, raised away from the public to avoid scandal. No photos. No confirmation. No denial. And still, Blu remained silent. Until 2014. That year, news broke that Blu Cantrell had been hospitalized after an alleged mental health breakdown. She was seen running through the streets of Santa Monica, barefoot, claiming that someone was trying to poison her. Paramedics were called, and she was placed under psychiatric observation. The headlines were cruel. The coverage painted her as unstable. But for those who had followed her story from the beginning, it felt like a woman crushed under the weight of secrets too heavy to bear alone. In recent years, as social media has amplified old voices and new theories, Blu Cantrell's story is being re-examined. On Reddit threads, conspiracy forums, and celebrity gossip pages, people are asking: did Jay-Z really father a child with Blu Cantrell? Was Beyoncé involved in covering it up? Was Blu pushed out of the industry by forces too powerful to fight? It's not just speculation. There's a growing belief that Blu was one of several women caught in the crossfire of power, money, and fame. And some fans think the song, SOS, Tell Me Where You At, a lesser-known Blu Cantrell track, was a diss directed at Jay-Z, accusing him of abandoning her at her most vulnerable. But here's what makes the story even more haunting. Blu never returned. No major comeback. No interviews. No memoir. Just silence. As if her voice was erased from the timeline entirely. Yet her name lives on in the shadows, echoed through the name of Jay-Z's daughter, Blue Ivy. Some believe this is Jay's way of honoring her quietly, without ever admitting to the truth. Others believe it's a cruel coincidence, or worse, a symbolic silencing of the real Blu. To this day, neither Jay-Z nor Beyoncé has publicly addressed the rumors. And Blu Cantrell has never come forward with any hard evidence of a child, a cover-up, or a relationship. But the whispers continue. And the fans are still watching. Because when a woman rises to fame, then disappears in silence, people start to ask questions. When someone so talented, so vocally gifted, and so full of promise vanishes, people want to know why. And when powerful people stay quiet, the silence becomes deafening. Blu Cantrell may never return to the spotlight. But her story, half memory, half mystery, continues to haunt the halls of music history. Whether she was a secret lover, a silenced rival, or simply a victim of industry politics, one thing's for sure, the truth is still hiding in the shadows. And maybe, one day, it'll come to light.